everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to this, what I'm going to call Community Catch-Up Saturday, and boy oh boy is it a fun day. Here is my community stash, and it's overflowing in this box. We've even got some new additions to add to it today, and we'll go through this lovely pile and have a bit of a community catch-up as we go. But there's a few new things to add to the kind of community side of things. We're going to put that to one side for the moment. And there's some real gems in here. So first of all, I want to say a massive thank you and shout out to H103EFA over on the Silver Forum, who has very kindly sent me some Olympic 50p coins. He saw one of my coin hunting videos and he sent me through 4 coins which he thinks that I need. So we have these 4 here to put in the folder. So let's crack on with them. We have, well, I can see one straight away. We've got the shooting. So that one can go straight in. This one is the canoeing, which is up here, all in alphabetical order. So as long as you can identify what sport it is, you're pretty good to go. This one is volleyball, so that will be, oh, volleyball is up down here. Yep, there we go. So it's alphabetical across the whole way, not on page by page. And then the last one, I presume, is gymnastics. Oh no, athletics, there we go, and it's with the person upside down. So that is fantastic. 4 new coins to the 50p Olympic coin folder. Thank you very much to H103EFA, I really do appreciate that. The next little bit of community kind of silver, I guess, is from F. Lim over on the Silver Forum. Flim, thank you. He asked me, he's based in Singapore, and he asked me if I would be able to ship him out one of my 100-gram bars, which I can, and that's easily enough done. But he also asked at the same time if I could pick up some other little bits and bobs for him to send out to Singapore, which I was more than happy to do. So he paid me for those, and I sent everything out. All was good. And he sent me through the post in the P.O. box, to the P.O. box, these 2 absolutely amazing Fijian turtles. Now, I love the Fijian turtles. I told a story about these turtles when I did In Focus Friday on the 2-ounce version, how that these were one of our favourite coins. Mrs. Backyard Bullion and I chose these, or this design of coin, because we love turtles. We have an affinity of turtles, and he remembered that and sent these through. These, in fact, are older ones, 2011, 2012, so perfect for our collection, and we absolutely adore them. When I showed Mrs. Backyard Bullion them, she was absolutely amazing. She was like, oh, now we've got daddy 2-ounce turtle, mummy 1-ounce turtle, and a baby 1/2-ounce turtle. So completing the set there. So a massive thank you to Flim over on the Silver Forum. Really do appreciate that. That is absolutely amazing. So now we are getting into community hand-poured silver, and I've got my big old box in here which is gleaming away in the sunlight, and we're going to have a look at that in a moment. But we've got 2 new pieces to add to the box, one of which isn't going to fit in the box, or it might do. It might be very close, and that has come from a very good friend of mine, Silverback Stacker. If you haven't checked his channel out on YouTube, links are down in the description below. We did we did sort of a partial trade recently. He picked up one of my 15-piece puzzle board sets, and in partial payment we did a little bit of a trade. So thank you very much, Silverback Stacker, all the way from the USA. And this is one of the items that caught my eye on his Instagram page, a big old chunky sword. Now, you guys know my affinity for silver weaponry. We've got a load of them here tucked away in the box, and we'll show those in a minute. But this, oh, it's just about fitting in the box. The box is nowhere near closing anyway, so that's fine. But that's very cool indeed. Now, we didn't just pick that up, we picked up another incredibly cool item, which, as good as that sword is, this is the one for me of the batch. It's incredible. It's a very chunky warhammer with that gothic kind of skull style on it, so absolutely incredible. Of course, it's sandcasted premium hand-poured silver, hand-cast hand-poured silver. Really incredible stuff, great workmanship. These are both around the 2-ounce mark, and we've got the COAs. So the COAs are supplied in this really nifty kind of envelope setup, and I don't really want to rip the sticker, but here you have the COA from Silverback Stacker, and this is the COA for the the Warhammer, there we go, and it's very, very cool indeed. There's his email address if you want to contact him directly. He's got a YouTube channel, he's got an Instagram account. I'll put links down below to all of those, and you can go and see all of his work, because he's very, very talented indeed. And here's the COA for the Ninjato sword, and you can see he's got this kind of like nice foil bit there as well, which is really very cool, very nicely made. Love them, and yeah, very cool items as well. Let me know what you think down in the comment section about these two items. They're a little bit big for my little monkey from M. Sagan 75 to wield. He might struggle to hold this Warhammer, but nevertheless, it's very, very cool indeed. So let's get out a bunch of this silver. Let's try and get all of it out. Now, some of it you may recognise from like Infocus Fridays we've done. These Cool Beans will hopefully be featured very soon, and so will these silver coins which Silver Bean Counter sent me. We've got some Canadian Silver Saver stuff represented in here. Silver Vessel, really, really good friend of mine, really helped my channel and my hand pull silver, you know, right at the very start. It was one of the very first, if not the first, subscribers and purchasers of my hand pulled silver. We've got silver to burn in here, the Cougar Claw or the Raptor Claw. Really love that one. That was something I picked up a very long time ago now. So some of these are almost getting to the stage where they're like vintage stuff. Got Prospector's Golden Gems bars, which somebody donated. Another Canadian Silver Saver hockey stick by Beaver Bullion. Some of the silver weaponry coming out here. You know, absolutely amazing stuff. We've got some fossil metals, some other UK hand poured silver. This is one of his machine pressed. Oh no, this is the hand poured stuff. He's got some machine press stuff, so here, and we've got some of his other stuff underneath. Some of his own hand carved dies and machined pressed, which absolutely amazing. Look really, really good. It's really nice to see how these are toning up as well. Sat in the box, and we've got his 2-ounce bar here as well. And he's recently been having a few troubles with his back, so we hope that he gets a swift recovery and is back at the silver pouring bench very soon, because he's a very talented chap indeed. We've got here, I missed this one, this is the Deep Stamp Mr. Zeke. We've got some really nice toning coming up on these deep stamps. Mr. Zeke was a huge inspiration for me right at the start of my silver pouring adventure, and I was more than happy when I got hold of some of his stuff, like this Small and Large Tree of Life combo. I remember when I got this, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was on holiday in France at the time, and I'd seen that he'd put a video out going, at this time and date, these will be available. You know, go and bid, or basically get in touch when they go live, and I did, and I got them, and I was so chuffed. Really, really, absolutely adore them. And as I said, huge inspiration to me and my silver pouring when I got started. So well done to him. There's another Fossil Metals one in there. That's the Horus round. Really cool stuff. We've got some Pit Bullion. Who else than the Don himself? The Pit Bullion bars, really quality stuff. Serialized there, number 14. More silver weapons from M. Sagan 75. Love my silver weaponry. You know, incidentally out there, if you guys have you know, any items that you've made, any community stuff that you make that you'd like to you know, do a trade on with some of my stuff, then please do let me know. The majority of this stuff is done just by trades through the community, so I'd be more than happy to engage in any trades. We've got some Vulcan poured silver here on behalf of Canadian Silver Saver, my very good friend Canadian Silver Saver. You know, he's doing some wonderful stuff over on his YouTube channel at the moment, so go and check him out. Got the Silver Saver bar. This was like 2016, I think, when I got this, and Silver Saver was so generous and kind to select me. She asked people to make a video saying why they want a Silver Saver bar. And I just basically, you know, I just said that it would mean so much. It would mean that I am there in the community, that people have seen me in the community, want to see me in the community, and she noticed me and she sent me this Silver Saver bar, which is really very special indeed. This is something I picked up off eBay. This is, I think it's like, I forget your name, I'm really sorry. It didn't come with a COA, but it's like RG 89 or something. I'll look it up and I'll put it down in the description below, but he's another UK silver pourer, and he poured this this sort of Statue of Liberty bar, which is very cool. Again, I picked that up really early on. High five silver, look at that. Very cool, mirror finished high five hand with a hammered antiqued background. That was a very, very cool unboxing when I did it. If you haven't checked him out, then I'd go and recommend it. I'll put as many of these as I can in the links to them in my description box below, but they're not difficult to find. If you just, YouTube search High Five Silver or Silverback Stacker or Mr. Eagle or whatever, just find them because they're well worth getting in touch with, especially people like Bullion. Really, really quality, nice hand-pulled silver with his logo there. Absolutely love it, and his sort of matte finish, antique finish. Very cool indeed. We've also got, so we've got a few other bits and bobs. I've got some of my own stuff in here which I've kept for posterity. Some of my first ever sort of silver forum pieces that we made, the 1 ounce bars and the 100 gram bars. Even some of the very first pieces of hand-pulled silver that I ever made. You might recognize this star, which is the logo that I use on my YouTube channel and my website. It's one of the very first pieces that I ever poured out of my furnace, and this star as well. As you can see, they didn't come out that great, but they had such great posterity for me that I am going to be keeping them forever, and I really do love them to bits. Now, I'm going to save this little baggie for last, and you'll find out why in a little bit, but we've got in here represented, we've got Tomoko's Enterprise, really, really cool. Dean, you are a master, because these little tiny tiger head rounds are incredibly difficult to pour. If you've tried to pour small things, you'll know, and those are absolutely awesome. I think they're like 1/3 of an ounce each, so they're really small, feel great in the hand. So that's Tomoko's Enterprise, Dean Lorman, really quality stuff. This piece here is one piece which I actually made on behalf of a customer. He sent me a bunch of scrap sterling silver, and he was very gracious. I said to him, look, to be honest, I'm not going to be able to make them look really pretty. This is, and I poured this bar and I worked on it for like half an hour or so trying to sand it down to make it look pretty, but we ended up with just this kind of rugged look. And I said to him, this is so nice, I'll buy it off you because I really like the way it's turned out. And he just said keep it. So a massive thank you to him. This chap's name is Archie. So Archie, if you're still watching, I really do appreciate that. It's a gorgeous piece. It looks like a rugged landscape from from space or something. Absolutely love that. So very cool. We've got one or two last little bits in here. What we've got? Oh look, got the little Bowie knife here from M. Sagan 75. Hiding away in the bottom of the box. Very, very cool. Ollie Silver Bars, making these sterling silver Lego blocks. Very, very cool. He laser engraved them individually. So Ollie was a big help for me when I got started doing hand-pulled silver. He helped me source silver grain and silver shot, which was very cool. He's got his own hallmark as well with the Birmingham Assay Office. So there you can see all of his stuff. But that's really high quality silver. Love that. And there's one little piece left in the box here, which is... this is the Canadian Silver Saver. So my good friend Canadian Silver Saver dabbled in a little bit of hand-pulled silver himself, and this is one of the buttons that he managed to pour when he was at Beaver Bullion's site. So that is very cool. Now the last item I've saved for last, and it's in a baggie. You'll notice everything else is just in the box, and that's because it's like hand-pulled silver is one of the best things about hand-pulled silver is it just can sit, and it's it's just quite nice where it is. Now this last piece is something very special indeed, and it's from my very, very good friend Bunker Bullion, Hi-Ho Silver, who was probably the first and biggest inspiration to me doing hand-pulled silver in the first place. His vlogging series of his journey making his own hand-pulled silver right at the start really inspired me to even get on YouTube and start making pieces of hand-pulled silver. And I was so honoured to be able to pick up this incredible ripple bar that he created with his incredible Bunker Bullion stamp right in the middle of it. It's very big and chunky, 8.28 ounces, and it's in his Connoisseur series, number 40 in that Connoisseur series. So a huge thank you to him for all of his inspiration, and to everybody else as well. Whilst he's inspired me right at the start, everybody else in the community continues to inspire me to continue to do what I do. Do you know, I've forgotten one incredibly, it's not silver, but I've forgotten one incredibly cool thing here, which is of course the box which I keep it all in. And this was made by Tasmanian Silver Stacker, and I don't know if he's still making boxes, I haven't heard from him in a while, but he is an incredibly skilled craftsman. He made this box. I'm just trying to get it out. There's a few COAs and things stuck underneath it, which is why it was a bit stuck there. But it's an absolutely incredible, he's based obviously in Tasmania, so it's got Australian style wood. It's here's the sort of the COA that came with it. So you can see it's Blackwood Huon with leather inlays, and we've got this sort of shelf inside which we can use to kind of have the silver in and the COAs under. And I'm really, really incredibly impressed with this box. It's something incredibly special, which I keep my community silver in. But as you can see, we're starting to run out of space. So I'm gonna, in famous words, I'm gonna need a bigger box. So maybe at some point we'll upgrade the box and have 2 boxes on the go. But I absolutely love the community. I love everything that it stands for. I love supporting all of you guys out there. So if you are a budding silver pourer and you'd like to do a trade and you want to shout out, then please do get in touch. My email is down in the description below. You know my website, just head on over and get in touch. I would be more than happy to help anybody that I can. If you liked this giant pile of silver, if you like the community, put a big thumbs up on it and share it around on your social media. That would be incredibly helpful for everything that I do here on my channel. And go and support all of these guys here as well. There's too many to run over and name again, but you've seen them all here. So make sure that you go over and subscribe to them as well. If you would like to subscribe to myself and see future videos, then please make sure you do. And if you want to get a notification when those videos go live, hit the alarm bell. Otherwise, that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.